So next up we should be having the VFS, which is quite interesting.
Dun, 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 Gregor.
Oh. Yeah. So this round for the VFS is 10-4-15, which I understand is Boule Bill, Chain Gang, and Biolepi. So this is basically, I think, the first block, block 10, has got two members in sit, two in head down, and the two pieces split and turn a 360. And then in the chain gang, you have two head up, two head down, and the head up and the head down are opposite each other. And I believe the head up moves the head down, and the head down moves the head up.
Okay.
And then in the 15, which is a Biolepi, I can't even pronounce it, probably not pronouncing it properly. If anybody wants to send me a message to say, what are you talking about, Ray? Please do. And they
ding, 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 ding. Ray's phone is blowing off the hook.
This is very similar. The 15 is very similar to a 14 in FS. So you have two people head down out facing and two people in facing head down, and they each turn a 540. So the out faces become in faces and the in faces become out faces.
Look at that.
So when I spoke to some members of SDC Core yesterday, they said they're really glad that they had a straight up, there were no slot switches with the 15 in it, because it can get very confusing having 540 in face, out face. Yeah. Then all of a sudden you've got two people in facing in the center, and you have a slot switch as well. So they're quite pleased that these three blocks have come together.
So is it a fast draw?
It is. It's relatively fast because they have this. The slot switches that they have, I believe, are in. There's a double slot switcher that switches them out of it, if you see what I mean. So they think it's a relatively fast draw. I mean, if you look at the scores that we've had so far, like 33 from SDC Core, 38, 34, 27, and even like if you go to the middle of the pack, like the Canadian team, they're 24, 27. They're averaging like 24.
Wow, cool.
It's quite high.
That's a lot. They look like they do okay there,
Elements. From Belgium.
So, okay, it's Finland, and in the second place at the moment is FlyStation.
That's right, the Russian team. But it's all pretty tight. I mean, like between the third and fourth, between the Golden Knights are catching FlySpot Definition now. So there's only 2 points between them.
There's Core getting ready.
So you said you had a couple of these girls were on your, was this the Imperia? They were out in Imperia doing?
Yeah, they girls came to our women's world record camp.
How many are you hoping to do this year?
I have no idea.
Is it going to be big?
We would like to make it as big as we can. So the record's around 60, so bigger than 60.
That's awesome.
That's the aim. Yeah, it's a really, really, really cool event.
How many like organisers do you have for something like that?
It's like 5 or 6 of us, I think.
And do you each have like, is it the same as the FS, a big way? You have plane organisers and captains and things?
We have like Amy, Chemi, and Sarah Curtis, the main organisers. And then me, Domi, Sharon. Melissa Nelson as well. And Melanie Curtis usually comes down to help us. So yeah, it's a really nice group of girls.
Good vibes.
Oh, insane good vibes.
Excellent.
Yeah, and the two Finns there, they did really, really well, so hope they'll come over.
They did a pretty good job on that round as well, so it's pretty cool. Next in, we have your friends, SDC Core. My friends too now.
Yeah, the cuties. J-Russ. Serious.
It's really nice actually. He was looking for the Polish team. I think one of the Polish teams, just to point out that they had an issue with they got a few busts, and he wanted to tell them it's a quick fix. I just want to tell you what it is. He was like looking for them, hunting for them. Really nice guy.
Little cutie.
The ice is super fast, eh?
Oh. Oh.
There it goes, out face to in face.
They make VFS look cool.
They do. Makes me want to go and do it.
Yeah.
Okay, just need to get from head up back to head down, back to head. Yeah, okay. Work on that. SDC Core making it look easy. Yeah, pretty good.
It's nailed it.
Oh, I'm guessing for about 30 points.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Internal clock, internal.
And it's ticking.
Yeah. Maybe late 20s.
Late.
Okay, so that was SDC Core. So next in, we should have the Canadians, who are currently in. I have too many pieces of paper. Who are currently in 5th place.
I was coaching at these guys' drop zone last year, and they are so nice.
Really?
So super friendly drop zone.
Right, where? Oh, this is yeah, Toronto.
Yeah.
Is there one of the girls here flying the dynamic as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. She looked good.
Yeah. It's cool.
I was like, there's hope for me yet.
Definitely. I'm
As in, if
excited
you
to see you in your first competition, Ray.
Yeah, you might be waiting a few years.
Right? Got time.
So I'll send you a message as soon as it happens.
No, we'll meet in the doorway, head to head. First battle.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Brilliant.
When commentators go crazy.
Commentators go fly.
These guys are looking pretty quick.
They are. It's amazing. Super talented. Can like do the VFS and the dynamic.
I think it helps. I think to be faster VFS flyer, it can only assist your flying if you can fly dynamic as well.
It's one of those things. It's one of the things I'm learning when I'm learning to free fly is that you concentrate on one thing and something else goes. It's like, yeah, I'm not particularly good at anything, but as soon as something goes, I have to go back to the something. Like, oh, my head up flying is now rubbish again, so I must go back to that.
I think that it's just the process of learning. Is you think that it goes, but actually what happens is your standards raise. You know.
Fair point.
How you used to do that is no longer acceptable.
This is very true. This is very true. But like, everybody's like, oh, you know, when you're flying on your head, it's all going to be great. And I'm like, yeah, but now when I come back and I transition and I'm popping up in the tunnel, I would like to be able to be strong.
Yeah.
Head up.
Yeah. Yeah, head up's hard.
So at the moment, we should have... Who have we got in the tunnel? I've lost my grip sheet. The Polish team. Team aVFSome.
They had a little bit of a
wobble
there.
So Team aVFSome are currently lying in 8th place, averaging just over 18.
Nice.
I mean, some of the averages that you're looking at here are like, you know, higher than a lot of the FS teams, the open, you know, the flat teams.
Cool.
You're just thinking, I guess it's easier if you're on your head to turn things a little bit faster. Yeah. That's pretty cool. That was good. A little bit of a wobble, as mentioned, from Team aVFSome, but they do have a very cool name. Next in, we should have another one of your teams, the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
Who are snapping at the heels now. There's only 2 points.
So can they make podium if they have a good rest of the meet? Come on, boys.
It's between them and FlySpot Definition, the Polish team.
Oh, who I also really like. I like everybody though, so it's difficult.
Do they all like you?
Probably not.
Good. You said somebody mentioned that they had a new person has filled in a slot, or a relatively new member.
Yeah, they've had quite. I was speaking to John yesterday, and they said they've had quite a few lineup changes.
Sick quick.
He was also telling me that they're going full time next year.
Really?
Yeah.
Brilliant. I like the way they were going quite hard in the beginning, and they've slowed it down a fraction.
Yeah.
Which is, you can see that in the FS. I can now actually see it in the VFS. It's scary.
What do you mean, the pace?
Yeah.
So they go out hard.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, they went out really hard, and you can just see them like bringing it back a little bit, dialing it in just a fraction.
Okay.
And I don't know whether that's is consciously they're doing it, or whether it was just slightly over the line and they had to bring it back a little bit.
Okay. But is that something that you train to do, or?
It's something that you can train to do in the FS world, definitely. I mean, I'm sure the VFS guys do it as well. So if you go over that line and all of a sudden the grips are getting really sloppy and things are getting big, You want to bring everybody back to a point where the brain can process what you're doing.
Yeah.
Slow it all down a little bit and then ramp it up again.
Yeah, okay. So the point is that you want to kind of pick up the pace through the jump rather than go out of the gate hard and be like, ah!
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. It's like building up that pace and ramping it up. Because you can't sustain that level of flying for the whole, like, 35, 45 seconds.
Okay. Cool.
Ah, these are the Russians.
Ruskis.
Ruskis. It's really good. So we have the top camera footage now. So everybody at home that is watching the VFS should be very pleased that they've got this camera shot consistently.
I think Mr. Rigi T is here. He's missing you, darling.
Is he?
Yes, I can see it in his eyes.
Team FlyStation VFS. Looking good. They're currently lying in second place, just over averaging over a 30, and 11 points behind SDC Core. Team FlyStation VFS. Next in, we should have a Polish team, Skydivers, who are currently in. Yes, Christian and Anna's love child, the Skyriders. Half of Skywalkers and half of Joyriders. Good name. He's hoping they live up to that name. So we've got the Skyriders from Poland. So this team is a family unit, as I understand. There's father and son, and they train here. And they're growing with confidence as every round progresses, which is good to see. Watching teams like this is quite good for me. It means I can actually see what's going on. You can see what's going on with the levels. It's not so fast, so I can actually compute.
Just a little correction we've got from earlier. Team Sky Dragons, they're from Slovenia, not Slovakia. Slovenia. So I'll write that on the sheets, and then we can. It's just the three-letter code is SLO, so it's a bit of a guess. So it's Slovenia, not Slovakia, for Sky Dragons.
Skyriders there. Next in, we have the team in third place, FlySpot Definition, but only by a couple of points. The Polish team, two Polish teams in the VFS, which is good to see. No, three Polish teams, sorry, which that's pretty strong flying.
Yeah, aVFSome, Skyriders, and FlySpot Definition.
FlySpot Definition. Not going as fast as the Golden Knights, but it could just be slow and steady. The Golden Knights seem to have a little bit more zip to them, but these guys seem very smooth with their flying. It's almost mesmerizing to look at. They don't seem to be, they don't want to be rushed. They're just nice, smooth flying. Be interesting to see how those results pan out between FlySpot Definition and whether the Golden Knights can catch them.
Yes.
That's a VFS.
Well, that was great. Good action. Good morning's work already. Round 5 of the FS has been completed. And the round, is it round 5 of VFS as well? It is, isn't it?
That's